Swole Benji here. Today we are going to be getting the Antspur sword. This is one of probably my favorite weapons you can cheese bosses with. It applies rot. You can also stack bleed on it, so you have a rotting, bleeding, super fast, low stamina cost sword. It is one of the best early game weapons that I have used, and you can get it at the very start of the game. So we are actually going to start this video out at the Atlas Plateau, and I'm going to show you how to get here, well, in another video. So let me explain. In order to get here on a brand new fresh character, I have a video that's called How to Access the Great Lift at the very start of the game in Elden Ring, and the link to this video will be in the description. So just check the description and check out that video if you don't know how to already get here, or if you don't already have the grace. But I also recommend another video, and that one, because we have to fight a mob to kill them to get the sword, is how to get infinite smithing stones 3 and 4 as a new character in Elden Ring. You definitely want a plus 12 weapon. In this case, I have a flail that I have at plus 12. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get a few graces, but we're also going to pick up a, what's it called? The Bloodblade Ash of War, which is a really high DPS Ash of War that we're going to put on that thrusting sword. Alright, and so the path we're going to take is we're going to go all the way north, way up here in this like little green area. We're going to grab a grace, and we're going to go west, and we're going to fight a humanoid that is not an invader. It's just a random aggro-y human that's just in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go north. Now, if you want, you can also go north on this leftmost side. However, you might miss the Ash of War, and we don't want to do that. Or you can get both, so why don't we just get both? Let's just go north, and there is a grace up here, and as soon as we get the grace, we will go east, and then there is a scarab that we can smash, and that's how we get Bloodblade, which is, again, it's a super high DPS skill. Alright, so let's just run past these little scary mobs. Into the Lux Ruins, grab some stuff, get those runes, very cool. And where is it at? I almost slipped and died. Very cool. There it is. You can see it over in the distance here. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that grace. And oh look, we also have one of those golden trees, which means golden seeds, which means more flasks for healing. And I actually didn't allocate my flasks properly. I have 5 on mana for some reason. So let's grab that golden seed. Very cool. Now we're gonna go east. Right here, once we got the grace, we're gonna go east. This grace literally points to the scarab. So just take a hard east, and we're looking for a scarab kind of towards the edge of this side here. And let's see if I can zoom in and get it on the exact here. It is it's a little tricky. Oh wait, I am way too far. It's like right in front of me. It's like right there. Okay, so I did not mean to dismount there. My bad. It's been a long day. All right, we're listening for the scarab. I hear it. Hear it twinkling. But where is it? They can be a little hidden sometimes, huh? I do have my volume set to low so that it doesn't, make the video kind of cringy to watch. But it's around here. I guarantee, I promise you. And yes, they got a scary explosive ballista thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not that bad. Alright, well there's one right up ahead here that's floating in the sky. I think that could be it. It's been a while since I've gotten this. I just know that it's in this area. So it's going to drop, and we're just going to smash. There we go. And a Bloodblade, there it is. This is, I'm in combat, so I can't open my map. And there's a giant crab that's going to eat me. Or it's going to kill that dragonfly for me. So let's keep going north. Let's just keep going north, guys. We don't need to fight the giant enemy crab. We don't need to commence with crab battle, if anyone remembers those old Newgrounds memes. Oh man. And it is nighttime, so we got this little ghost horsey out. It's not a boss mob though. It put me on combat, so if you manage to pause the video, you can get a little freeze frame there of where the map is, but I'm not able to pull up the map right now. But we're going to continue north, just along this chasm. Alright. And you're eventually going to reach this castle up ahead, and there's going to be some like poison water and stuff ahead. And we are going to go on one of the ramparts, and a rampart is a part of the wall. We can see it. We can see the grace from here. You see that very slight little golden dot right above the tip of my head, kind of. Right there. That's where we're going to go. So let's just go ahead and grab it. But we don't need to do this castle. Actually, this castle is a huge kind of waste of time, I think. The armor you get for doing it, it's really bad. It sounds cool, though. Because the armor, you equip it, and when you roll into someone, you deal damage. But you deal such crappy damage. And these guys like to grab, by the way. Don't let them grab you. If you are a new character without any levels, they will kill you. So let's run up, grab the grace, reset these dudes, these little huggers. Alright, so we're going to grab that. And just real quick, just to make sure, I'm going to reallocate my flask charges. I like to do a little 6-2 there, because I'm not really heavy on the spell casting. And we're going to actually leave the castle now that we have this great... Oh, he tried to grab me, but I was in a jump animation, so he wasn't able to actually grab. Just a little pro tip if you ever fight someone in PvP that has that madness grab move. And now we're going to go west. We're just going to go take a hard west, because we're on the mount. We don't get poisoned, because the mount is... you know, his legs are covered in poison, but we're fine. And you're just going to keep going west for a little while now. And you're going to go past these rocks, and you're going to keep going west. And there's just going to be a random lady that attacks us, and we're going to kill her and take her weapon. And it's that simple. So past these rocks, you're going to find her. So start hitting your lock-on button. There she is. Malay Maris Shaded Castle Castilian. I'm going to cast Blood Flame Blade on my weapon. And into my turn. No, I'm going to run at her and hold Wild Strikes. It's really that easy. So start bashing. Look at that. Look at that sweet... Like, she can't even move. She's stun locked. And there we go. So that is how you get the Antspur Stabby Sword. Okay, I'm not going to say the name, because YouTube doesn't like us saying that kind of thing. And you get a cool mask if you want to wear it. You can wear the robe. It's not really that good armor. But, oh, there's a golem. He just smashed me. that would kill a normal player, by the way. But I stacked Vit for this so that it makes filming easier. And it makes playing the game easier, too. It only takes 1 hour of dragon grinding to get that. I have a video on my channel that explains how to grind the dragon. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. And I'm trying to get out of combat so we can warp back and craft this thing up to +12. It is a really awesome weapon. I'm going to be showing it off here on the channel in a little while, maybe after a few more videos. But it is great because it applies rot. We're going to put that blood slice, what's it called? The blood slicing art of war on it, and it's so good. It is just absolute. It just slays everything. And the coolest thing too, this is a little spoiler for what I'm working on, is you can use a great shield and stab from behind it, so you can block and attack at the same time while applying bleed, while applying rot, and I can show you how to stack bleeds without ever attacking. That's also in a future video. So that's basically how to cheese most bleedable bosses in the game. All right, so let's put this bad boy on. I can take off the longsword here, and it's pretty darn good. So it looks like this. It's really cool. It's got a nice red tip. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Perdition's Blade from World of Warcraft. Not so much, but it's the closest thing we got in this game, sort of. I mean, you can enchant this with fire, and it's pretty much a Perdition's Blade, okay? It applies rot. And let me show you on the stats screen here what that means. It causes Scarlet Rot buildup 55. Now, when I apply a bleed to it, which I'll show you right now, we can add that blood slice thing too, right? So we're going to go to Ashes of War, and this is the lazy way to do it. If you don't want to enchant with Blood Flame, then you get 57 bleed and 50 rot, which is pretty darn good. However, the Blood Flame Blade enchant is technically 40. It's 40 bleed. Okay, so I'm gonna put standard. Okay, that gives me the ability, but it doesn't use up a slot, so I can still enchant this with Blood Flame Blade. All right, and what Blood Flame Blade does is it's technically 40 bleed, but it's also an additional fire damage. So this is just a DPS buff. And I'm cool with 10 less bleed for more fire damage, to be honest. Anyway, guys, that is how to get the Antspur Thrusting Sword. Alright, and this is an absolute beast of an early game weapon. It is upgraded with regular smithing stones. So, guys, Go get this weapon. A brand new character can get this sword at the very start of the game, and I highly recommend it. It is part of a much larger guide I'm working on, is this sword, so go get it. If you don't like thrusting swords, that's fine, use something else, but this thing is super fast, it staggers, it cheeses bosses. There's no stronger early game weapon than this, I'm telling you that much, okay? Guys, I'm Soul Benji, thanks for watching, as always, be a bro and stay swole. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you're financially well off, then become a channel member today. The join button is right below this video. It's like being a Twitch subscriber. It's $5 a month. It gives you access to private, more personal videos, as well as videos that I don't want to share with the public. If I have like a game-breaking exploit that I don't want the devs to patch, then I'm going to post it there for members only, especially for like MMORPGs and those types of multiplayer games, right? Because I don't want to just release like a new market strategy in like, say, World of Warcraft or something, and then everyone knows it, and then no one can use it, right? Guys, I appreciate you so much. Videos every day on this channel, so come back tomorrow for another video. Take care.